Hi, this is Reggie from Restore Plus Physical Therapy, and welcome to today's tip of the day. In this video, I want to share with you 3 things that I want you to avoid when you're having tennis elbow. Now, tennis elbow is an overuse condition, meaning it's a pain or it's a condition that arises because you've been doing certain movements and overusing a part of your body. In this case, you're overusing the extensor muscle group here. And this is located on the other part of your elbow. Right? So when you're extending your wrist a lot, or when you're actually turning your wrist this way, as you can see, that muscle, you use that muscle when you're doing this or when you're doing this. All right? Now, what are those 3 movements or 3 things that I want you to avoid? Because since it's an overuse condition, to help your body heal that inflammation, I want you to avoid a few things. That way you can rest that part of the body that's being irritated. So those 3 things that I want you to avoid or stop doing is, number 1, I want you to avoid tight gripping activities. Anything that involves tight gripping activities, I want you to avoid, because when you do tight gripping, as you can see that, you see in my arm there, my forearm, you see the extensor muscle group actually contracts, right? So I want you to avoid that. The second one that I want you to avoid that uses that same muscle group is when you're turning palm up. As you can see, I'm going to turn palm up, and you see it's using the same muscle group. You can see the muscle contracting, okay? So if you keep doing that, it's going to irritate that tendon, that muscle group again. So that's the second movement that I want you to avoid. Now, the third movement that I want you to avoid is, I want you to avoid lifting with your palm down. So if you have to lift something, I would rather have you lift it palm up this way. Because if you lift it palm up, you're using your biceps more. And you will use actually your wrist flexors more. Now, if you do it this way, you're using the extensor muscle group, because the weight will fall, because of gravity, the weight will force your wrist to actually bend this way. Now, to avoid this position, your muscle, your body, your brain's going to tell your arm to actually extend it this way or keep it neutral. But that means that you're going to be using the extensor muscle group. So if I do that, you see when I do extend my wrist, as you can see, we're using the same muscles again, all right? So when you keep doing this, let's say you keep lifting it up and I keep using this muscle, it's gonna get irritated again. And when it gets irritated, it's gonna get inflamed. Then if you keep doing that, it's not gonna allow your body to heal again, right? So those are the 3 main activities that I want you to avoid, because those that irritates the wrist extensor tendon a lot. That contributes to you having tennis elbow. So I would love to know what you think. Leave your comments below. Let me know if this means anything to you. I would love to hear from everybody out there. Feel free to share this with your family and friends, especially if it's going to be helpful to them. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to a YouTube channel so you can see more tips on how to end chronic pain. Right? I'll see you on the next video. Till next time, stay safe, stay pain-free. Bye.